Hi, welcome back to my channel, and I just got home from vacation, which I was on for 13 days. I got back traveling to these different ports in Mexico, which they were Cabo San Lucas. Let me just clear my throat, and just gotta get it. I went to 3 different ports, which those were Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, and Malta-Zapan. And today, since I just got home, I'm going to show you... let me start over. Since I just got home yesterday, I'm now going to show you a YouTube video about some of the characters that I made for a story I thought about illustrating. It's about a boy named Andrew and his animal friends. I was figuring out the plot of how it should be, like something like a boy and his animal friends, and he creates them and draws them, and they come to life in a land which he created, which comes true. Or maybe something like Narnia, like going into a closet and entering a magical world, and he meets these animals, which there's both animal characters that are real and mythical, and I'm going to show you to them now. Here they are now. Here's the boy named Andrew, which I got the idea after watching a TV show and reading a book called Animalia. If you're not familiar with it, look it up on the internet. This is the boy Andrew, and here's all his animal friends. Here's the king and queen and prince, Maxwell, Juliet, and Richie. Richie is quite cute. And here are some other characters, too. Here's Karen and her son, John. And there's Alejandro the iguana, George the flamingo, Winston. I thought about having Winston be either a turtle or a tortoise. And Christine, I thought about her being either an alligator or a crocodile. But you can decide in the comments. And here's a tiger named James. There's a gorilla named Phil. And there's his little sister Susie. A leopard named Bianca, which I got that name Bianca from a movie I watched called The Duff, which one of the characters was named Bianca. And here's a chimpanzee named Timmy. And here's a family of elephants. There's Thomas, Kate, and their son Ollie. And there's Kate's mother, Margaret, who's the matriarch of the herd. Since elephants are social animals, and they say it's mostly the leader that leads the herd. There's Bob and Diane, they are hippos. Natalie and Gina, which they're giraffes, and Gina is Natalie's either I thought maybe daughter or sister. And there's Becky, she's an antelope. There's Amber and Andy, which they're kangaroos. Which I thought Andy could be either Amber's brother or son. And there's Wallace and Jeff, which they're 2 warthog brothers. Austin the koala, Holly the ostrich, Patrick the chameleon, Justin the meerkat, and Billy the vulture. And here's Miles and Jenny and their daughter Daisy. There's a cheetah named Zoe, a peacock named Edward. And here's 2 bears, which I named them Ralph and Benny. I thought about having Benny be either Ralph's son or brother. And here's Jake the sloth, David and Meg the deer, Oscar and his 2 kids, Mario and Luna, Rosie the panda, Judy the owl, Jake the sloth. These really are some good character designs I've done. Because if they were like made into like a movie or TV show, I thought about them either being live action or animated, or you can let me start. You can put that in the comments. Or you can also decide if it should be a movie or TV show in the comments too. And here's Elliot the Beaver, Martin the Mouse, Chuck the Pig, Devon the Donkey, which I named him after a friend at my school whose name's Devon, Jim the Frog, which I named him after Jim Henson, who made the Muppets, Jacob the Parrot, Walter the Duck, which I named him after Walt Disney, Ginger the Fox, Gilbert the Goat, Ted the Cat, which I named him after Dr. Seuss, which his full name was Theodore Seuss Geisel. And here are some other characters I made. There's Kyle the Wolf, Louis the Penguin, Bernie the Orangutan, Boris the Moose, Gary the Porcupine, Melvin the Bat, Rosita the Armadillo, Annie the Gecko, and Miguel the Pelican. Here's Tammy the Cow, Peter the Horse, Bucky the Squirrel, Travis the Python, Lucy the Rabbit, and Rocky the Raccoon. Here's Charlie the Camel, Velma the Sheep, Dustin the Walrus, Patty the Llama, and here's another cute couple, Bridget and Brody the Swans. And here's a dragon I made, and I named him Alexander. He really is quite beautiful. And here are some mythical creature characters that are going to be in the story. There's a fawn, or they're also called satyrs, which I named him Stephen after a friend at school. A goblin named Grotto. A mermaid named Emma, which I named her after my friend outside of school. A fairy named Poppy. I kind of made her look a little bit like Tinkerbell. A unicorn named Naomi. And a phoenix named Vincent. Here's an elf named Beth. A griffin named Leo. A dwarf named Frank. A minotaur named Ivan, which these are, as I said, all characters that I made. And here are some other characters too. There's a bald eagle named Gerald, a polar bear named Elsa, a bison named Claude, which I named him after a friend at school, a toucan named Jose, a baboon named Paul, which I named him after a friend at school, and another character I named after a friend at school, a lemur named Carly, and here's an otter named Rufus. I thought it would have been a cute name for him. Oh, and here's some other characters I just recently created. Here's an elf named Sam, which he's going to be Beth's brother. And here's Eileen the chicken, which I named her after one of my old teachers at school. And here's a Pegasus I made named Ella, a Yeti named Gus, and here's his family. There's Hugo, Zelda, Chloe, and there's an ogre named Damien. I kind of made him a little bit like Shrek. And also, I named him after one of the characters in Mean Girls. And here's a troll named Anna. And here's a snow leopard named Natasha. A stork named Cooper. A hyena named Maisie. And an anteater named Helen. And these are some of Andrew's human friends at school. There's Olivia, Amy, Joey. And I really hope you liked my characters that I created. And also I was trying to decide what I should name this fantastical land of Andrew's imagination. Because my friend Emma said I should name it Animalia, but there was already a book and TV show called Animalia. Well, I thought maybe calling it Animal Land. But in the comments, comment below to decide like which kind of animal Christine should be, either crocodile or alligator, and decide if Winston should be a turtle or tortoise. And also comment below, decide to tell me what would be the perfect name for this land of animals. See you soon, and comment below and subscribe.